Welcome to 13.2 Day 2 notes. Here's your examples and your problem of the day today. You're always going to start off by splitting that problem down the middle, and we're continuing to practice with the distributive property. So you're going to do -4 times m and -4 times 6. -4 times m just gets you -4m, and -4 times 6 will get you a -24. Positive times a negative is a negative, and 4 times 6 is 24. We're going to bring that 8 down. We are going to add 24 to both sides to get rid of the 24 from that side. We are left with -4m equals 8 plus 24 gets us, well, 8 plus 4 is 12. And so we're going to get us 32. We're going to divide both sides by -4. Divide by -4. -4 divided by -4 cancels out. We're left with 1m. 1m equals 32 divided by -4 is going to get us 8. And a -8 at that. Because a positive divided by a negative is a negative. 32 divided by 4 is 8. All right. Take this time to do yours on Nearpod. Pause it right here. I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you split your problem down the middle and you multiplied that -5 to both terms on the inside. Negative times n is -5n. And -5 times 7 is -35. And we'll bring down that 5. Now we got to get n all by itself, so we should have added 35 to both sides to get rid of this, plus 35. So I'm left with -5n equals 35 plus 5 is 40. Divide by -5, divide by -5, and equals 40 divided by 5 is 8. And a negative divided by positive, oh look, it's another -8. Hopefully you got that. Okay, so today's lesson, we're still finding the volume of a cone. We're just having some word problems today. Same thing, nothing is changing since our last class. So remember the formula? Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times height. And remember, this is the same thing as a cylinder. We're just going to divide it by 3 afters. Okay, so here is our first example, an ice cream package. An ice cream package is cone-shaped. It has a radius, so that's a good word. We like the radius. We like that R word because that is in our equation. A radius of 5.8 centimeters and a height, ooh, we also like that word because that is also in our equation, a height of 15 centimeters. Find the volume of the ice cream cone. So we have everything in this word problem to get going. So let's do volume, in a pen, this is it. Volume equals 1/3 pi, which is 3.14, times r squared, and the radius is 5.8. 5.8 squared times the height is 15. Okay, let's solve this guy so we can shove this all in the calculator. 5.8 squared is what? 5.8 squared, 33.64. 33.64. Okay, now we can shove all these in the calculator. So I'm going to leave that 33.64. Times 3.14 times, what was the other one? Times 15 equals 1,584. But remember, we got to divide by that 3, multiply by a third, but we're just going to divide by 3. Gets us 5. Volume equals 528 point what? 0.1. 2.1. Could be 0.2 if you really wanted, but let's just do 0.1. And that's it. That's all you're doing today. It's the same stuff you did. It's just now it looks a little different. That is all. So let's do another one. These are other ones that are on your Nearpod, so go ahead and do your Nearpod and come back when you have finished your Nearpod. Okay, so we have the height and diameter. Ooh, diameter. Do we like the word diameter? No, we don't like diameter. Of a cone-shaped storage tank are 9 feet and 14 feet respectively. Find the volume of liquid the tank can hold. Round your answer to the integer if necessary. Use approximate value of pi, that is 3.14. Okay, so it says the height and diameter. So usually when they kind of tell you in order, like height and diameter, they give you the numbers usually in the same order. So the height is 9. So height and diameter is going to be height and diameter, so 9 and 14. But we don't want 14 for a diameter. We want a radius. We're going to have to cut that 14 in half. So we got, so volume equals, 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius. So we don't want diameter, we need a radius of 14, and so that is, we have to cut that in half. So 14 divided by 2 is 7, so we have 7 squared times 9. And 7 squared is 49. Now let's shove these in the calculator. 3.14 times 49 times 9, and then divide by 3 gets us 461.5. Final answer. That's it. That one was a little tricky because they kind of didn't exactly say height and diameter. That one's a little tricky one. Let's see if I can fit one more in here. Ooh, it's a long one. It says a silo is shaped like a cone and contains wheat. The radius, ooh, that's a good word. We like radius. Radius is 10 feet, okay? And the height is 15. Great. If the silo can release wheat from its bottom at a rate of 25 cubic feet per minute, how long would it take for the silo to empty fully? Round your answer to the nearest minute. Okay, so this question is not asking us how much volume is in the silo. So we have to figure out the volume of the silo, and then it says if the silo can release wheat from the bottom at a rate of 25 cubic feet per minute. So we're figuring out, when you find out volume, we're actually figuring out cubic feet. It is cubed, that's why it's 3D. Like length times width times height, that's what we are doing. So we're just gonna, I'll show you what to do with this at the end. But first, we gotta do what we've been doing this whole time, and we need to find the volume of this silo. So volume equals 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius, they gave us 10, so we got 10 squared, times the height is 15. And 10 times 10 is 100. So let's get the volume of the silo first. So we're going to do 3.14 times 100 times 15. And then we're going to divide all of that by 3. Okay, so we get volume equals 70? Yeah, 70. So this is the volume of the entire silo, but it says if the silo can release wheat from its bottom at a rate of 25 cubic feet per minute, how long would it take for the silo to empty fully? So this is how much is in the silo, and 25 of them can leave, 25 of these can go out every minute. So if what we're going to do is we're going to see how many of these 25s can fit in the entire volume of the silo. So what operation do you think we're going to use? Multiplication, division, adding, or subtracting? If you said subtracting, you're really close. If we just subtracted 25 from 1,570, that would technically work, but that would only be this one. They want to know how many of these, like how fast can it empty in how many minutes. So that would just be 1 minute if we did that. So we're just actually, the operation we want to use is divide. So we're going to actually divide by 25. And that's going to get us how many minutes it'll take to empty out the silo, because this equals 1 minute. So we're going to divide this by 25. It's going to give us how many minutes? So take 62.8 minutes, and hopefully some of you thought, hey, that's basically an hour, so it's a little over an hour. So 62.8 minutes. My computer hates me. There. So that is your answer. That one was another tricky one. Hopefully you guys got that one. All right, so most of our questions are probably going to be like this one, where they just give you, and also this one, where they just give you the radius and height, or the diameter and height in a word problem, and you have to solve it. So that is all. Let us know if you have any questions.